Alrighty lads, what's up? You're with Budget Monk and we're going to jump straight into things here. So I'm playing Albania, as you can see, and I'd like to explain a little bit about what's going on after we've taken care of a bit of this early game shenanigans here. I'm taking admin mill points and selling crown land, seizing land, turning our fort maintenance, fleet maintenance and army maintenance down to skimp on every dime. You can see the Albanian economy is so weak that we actually are barely making any profit even under this circumstance. I'm going to drop the development edict here in order to actually... The reason I'm just aggressively putting that down is because I want to switch to the defensive edict when I can. And spy network the Ottomans, let's improve with Serbia. He's rivaling me in this case, which is not good. But I have seen them unrival us, so hopefully that happens if we're lucky. I'm switching the onto spy network, the status there with our merchant to increase our spy network against the Ottomans, namely. And yeah, I'm going to aggressively dev our two provinces here, but only with production here initially. So we're in full-blown crutch mode. Really putting all of my development into my provinces, but the reason that I'm not doing admin just yet is because we have a mission which requires 1 stability to pass, a very valuable mission. So Skanderbeg does have a lot of monarch points, and military advisors not so good. Let's focus our mill as well. Speaking of full crutch mode, I'm doing everything I can to really survive. So the goal of this run, guys, is to actually attack and defeat the Ottomans. That is the goal. I am playing on very hard difficulty, and it doesn't... there's no diplomatic shenanigans. Let's boost our stab here. There you can see. That is our mission, which gives us infantry compatibility and movement speed. Very, very valuable. So, yeah, I'm playing on very hard difficulty, and I want to defeat the Ottomans straight up in an offensive war. No allies, no diplomacy game, nothing crazy. I'm literally just going to attack them and defeat them. So this is sort of the impossible start here as Albania. I thought about that as a bit of a series, guys. Tell me what you think. If maybe we can do other challenging nations. Maybe I'd be open to your suggestions to do a quote-unquote impossible start and play a nation who is just so substantially weaker than another nation, and just defeat them outright. That's... Oh my goodness, the last Justin tournament. Forward to glory! That is glorious, dude. 10% morale of armies. The dream. Unfortunately, we don't really have the morale advisor, and we're so broke, guys. But, okay, Dulkadar is the first victim of the Ottomans. He's actually at war with his only ally right now, Ramzan, and therefore nobody would back him up. I'm not too worried about the Ottomans' allies. So, just for the record, our starting loan size on Albania is 5 ducats. Absolutely minuscule. Despite having 2 provinces, we're about as weak as most OPMs in terms of the overall development. And our starting force limit is 7, just so you guys know. So, ooh, lovely prestige as well. We'll take that. Prestige does add up to be morale. Looks like Serbia is not, you know, he's locked in as a rival. So I'm going to claim him instead as the first thing we would do after defeating the Ottomans is go for the Kosovo gold. Because I suspect we're going to have a terrible economy. As we're going to go into debt here for the starting war, and hopefully as long as Skanderbeg survives, we have those monarch points, build Kosovo up, and we can recover. So for right now, what I'm doing is just recruiting as my manpower gets near the cap, just one at a time. That's as economical as we can possibly be, and in terms of the economy, with all of our maintenance down, as long as we won over our force limit, which we're just about to go, it doesn't cost us that much. Let's go ahead and pop the prestige here. Get as much as we can. from the estates. And I'm just claiming the adjacent provinces from the Ottomans because I will actually use a conquest CB. Reconquest is not significant when it's only on one province, you know, the advantages it gives us. So we have the potential to take 3 provinces without costing us Diplo points. Right now, Biz is allied to Wallachia. And I'm wondering if the Ottomans attack them, if that might be our time to go, guys. He might be at least somewhat distracted with Wallachia's forts. He's allied to AQ as of now. We're going to have such good quality advantage, especially if Skanderbeg... It's all about Skanderbeg surviving, guys. You can get some pretty bad RNG where Skanderbeg dies, as he's not that young, and he is a general. Force limit's still at 7, so it hasn't increased by 1 yet, and I'm officially going 2 over my force limit, so the economy is going to tank here rapidly, but I'm trying to be manpower efficient. Don't let our manpower cap out, because manpower is also a big concern. If you guys are wondering about strategy, you're going to have to see it's actually nothing crazy and elaborate, but I do have a strat in mind, and it basically counts on us. You can't really out-tech the Ottomans, guys, because he is a 6 in mil with a military focus as well. Like, I've tried to mess around. Right now, we out-tech him, but they are going to be like a month or so behind. They'll tick up to Tech 4. So it's not really anything to write home about. Just putting all of my... There we go. 8 force limit. All of my admin and Diplo into our provinces, because our loan size has more than twice doubled, guys. Or it's more than doubled. Starting off at 5. Do we take the missionary strength? I don't want to piss off the clergy too much, even though that missionary strength would be useful. Don't worry about converting right now. Okay, Gaz and AQ. This is what we're going to be dealing with in regards of allies. We will just slap their allies with our quality. There's no doubt about that. So bankruptcy would be a serious concern, and okay, this agenda we can get some money back from developing. That's why I'm developing my provinces, guys, is just to survive, just to have something that resembles an economy and loan size. There's the Ottoman declaration, and on that note, it's time to go. So I'm going to ramp up even harder. The magic number for me is going to be 16 regiments. So the free company is 4, of course. We'll need to recruit 2 more. And into debt we go, no doubt about that. Actually, twice the number of our force limit, 8 force limit. Let's pop these bonuses. Fort on, make sure the maintenance, the morale of everything is increasing. Apart from our fleet, we're never going to beat him at sea. I'm not worried about that. We'll turn everything else on. And I think we're going to hire the discipline advisor for combat. The good thing about the discipline as opposed to morale, like a silver lining, is that if you're taking a battle, I'm just looking where the Ottoman troops are, if you're wondering, when I click around trying to locate them. He starts off with about 54,000 troops. So discipline instantaneously helps you. If you're caught in a battle and let's roll out air. Oh, that's clutch. I actually roll my air, who's not very valuable, to put the maneuver on our... The major thing we want is maneuver, so that our mercs aren't slowed down. And imagine that, 5 maneuver. That's pretty lucky. The other thing you would want is if you were lucky and you gained more than 1 siege pip. That would be really valuable to bring them around with you, just because Skanderbeg only has 1 siege pip. And let's try to complete this agenda. It's going to give us about 1 month for relief without taking a loan. That's weird. The Ottoman troops moved around. Look at the fort there. Let's look around for Ottoman forts. Do you see? You can see the Wallachia is constructing a fort. So the Ottomans are at risk of constructing forts. I've had it happen. They sometimes build forts in the Balkans, and that's something you really want to be aware of. But let's go, boys. Fleet maintenance back down. I'm going to turn my war taxes on, which is something I often don't do, but we got the Scander Boy. We got those mono points. Let's scorch our provinces. I'll scorch the occupations as well. And we're making the war goal here, this southern Albanian province. Look at those numbers. Surely. Surely. We got this. So I was talking about advisors, guys. The morale advisor, if you take a morale advisor, it only improves your morale at the end of the month, you know? Whereas discipline actually would retroactively help a battle that you're already caught in. So, now, in terms of tactics, we already have the war goal, and my plan is to sit on these mountains. Just try to keep a bead on the Ottomans, trying to get as much intel as we can when I click around. So when I'm clicking on his enemies' provinces, I'm looking for Ottoman troops just like that. We've got about, you can see the troops there, there's 16k in Athens. And when I click on his provinces, I'm looking to see if he's constructing forts. Okay, that gives us a little bit of intel there. I don't know about standing on the hills. I prefer to stand on the mountains for defensive, but one thing about Albania is you really lack any kind of vision, guys. You're really going blind. It makes the shrewd micromanagement quite hard and scary. But right now we've got length of war and taking war score. So the plan, believe it or not, guys, is we out-tech his allies in the war, and we have way better quality and a way better general. So I'm hoping that the Ottoman troops are distracted making occupations of his enemies, and I'm hoping that his allies Gaz and AQ are coming out here, and we're going to win battles against them. When you have such a disparity in numbers, when you're so small and they are so large, you gain a tremendous amount of war score from battles. So I'm really hoping that we can get... Here we go. There's AQ. Well, this is why we scorch the provinces, guys, because we're super fast with our maneuver and he's super slow, and just like that, he's the 15th. We make it there. He's locked in. We're going to be the defender in the mountains. So let's see if the strat works. This should give us a pretty reasonable amount of war score. He's got -3. Look at them just get butchered, dude. Still, it's scary stuff. 10 war score, there you go. There's a maximum of 40 war score to be had from battles, but that is a great start, guys. We just need a few more battles like that to take place. So yeah, that mechanic of war score from battles is really rigged in our favor because of how few troops we have relatively. We could do the same thing here. He doesn't have a general. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is getting serious. Obviously, alright. I'm going to take it because his movement is locked in. So he has to come back into Macedonia and then walk into a scorched provinces. I think we can win this. Obviously, this is super risky and scary stuff, guys, but we're tip-top shape in terms of reinforcing. He actually looks like he took a little bit of attrition hit there himself. So his stack's damaged, I believe. The Scander Boy is going to carry us here. -3 to rolls. Oh gosh, I'm worried about the second engagement. Nice. Winning. 27 war score from battles. Let's consolidate. It really comes down to this. Are we going to get thrashed here? Let's see. My morale is damaged. He's on 4.1 by the... Oh my goodness, this is close. This is going to come right down to the wire. They're reinforcing into the scorched province. They're pretty slow, but 12th of Feb, I don't know if we make it. And then if we make it, do we win the next one? We won that by 2 days. Oh my gosh, 40 war score from battles. Dude, we just need to stabilize. This is like exactly what I had hoped and envisioned. We just need to stabilize this. We might take an L here. Dude, oh yes, he retreated. Let's go. 40 war score from battles. Holy. Okay, we're really worn down, but I can't believe it. That was so nail-biting. I feel quite lucky and privileged in those battles, guys. That could have gone worse, for sure. So, we're still on ticking war score, and we're max from war score from battles. there's basically one thing on my mind now, and that is occupying one of his forts to get rid of the -1000 modifier. It's got to be his capital. You can see how high enthusiasm he is due to the sheer numbers, but right now we're on ticking war score, length of war. If you take their capital, it gets rid of a modifier on peace deals where they retain capital, right? So it's worth the most by far. And his capital, obviously, if we breach the walls, he won't even wipe peace right now, guys. So if you notice the war score fluctuating so much, it's when he's blockading my coast or not. But even now at peak war score, he won't even wipe peace. So there's that. That's because of how staunchly outnumbered we are. If we breach the walls in Adern, his capital, we could assault it quite easily if the coast is clear. So I'm reinforcing a little bit, but it's time to head out. Let's try to make our way through the fog of war. It's intimidating stuff. Obviously maxing my siege ability through the spy network as much as I can. And we have really good defenses. Okay, we'll just dodge this. We don't want anything to attract reinforcements. It's just trying to go avoidance mode right now and just hope that between the Byzantine War, our own territory that he might go for, that he's distracted. And as long as he doesn't have a stack large enough and he respects our quality, if we could just snipe. See, there's a lot of troops just north of us, guys. But they're in 2 different stacks. If he can just allow us to make some progress here and snipe Adern, that would be fantastic. And I think extra prestige. I'd normally take Papal Influence there, but we need all the morale we can get. Okay. Okay. We still have that agenda to dev. So let's just do that there, and it's time to switch out. Loan size is up to 13. Switch to the defensive edict. Look at that, guys. 95% defensiveness. It takes them 58 days to make progress. So, of course, the League of... I can't say that. I apologize, guys. As well as our traditions, giving us 45 defensiveness. That's, of course, a mountains province. And now the edict applied. So, we actually siege about twice as fast as them. I think it takes us 30 days to do ours. They do have the Lucky Nation defensiveness. It's the Ottomans. But without progress here in Adern, I mean, I think we win, right? So this is what I had planned to do as base race. It's just a matter of does he defend as well. So what I'm thinking about right now is sniping Adern, and then do you see these little stragglers? We've got to try to pick some of them off to actually basically re-register the... See if his troops will try to defend and move off of our provinces. If they don't, we might be able to scare them, because of course our quality is good and it's mountains provinces. Those 2 stacks in Wallachia are about to be mobilized, and it's all about where they move to. If these... oh, he just breached the walls. If the stacks here... Look how... I mean, we're winning the base race, guys. 100%. 35, we got this. A few more ticks, hopefully. This retracted diplomat, because I could see potentially peace deal coming. Obviously, whether we're being blockaded or not is very significant to the war score. It costs us 15.3 war score when he's blockading our coast. I'll turn my fleet maintenance on, because we might be able to make a little cheeky play popping out to sea. If the timing is right to kill his blockade, you can do that. You have to retreat a naval battle and then basically peace out same day once the battle ends and the blockade is not re-established. 49 fail. Oh gosh, there's obviously Ottomans everywhere as the Wallachian forts have fallen. We just need Adern. I'm going to scorch Adern as soon as it falls. Nice. Let's go. Because that will... The garrison in Adern is very low, guys. We need... It can make the difference between 1 month tick Alright, and that looks like the perfect stack. There could be troops to the north. What can I do, guys? We're blind here. But this is the perfect stack. We know we can win this battle, and it might deter his siege progress on Albania. No? But it looks clean, though. Okay. Alright, they're going into Edirne. So the garrison in Edirne is very low, and if it's under 100, the fort falls instantly. That's why I scorched, to buy some time as they move in. But I can't defend that. I don't feel comfortable defending that. So we just have to really pray right now that we can scare them off of our mountains. And if we can't, they've got the stupid making gains modifier. Okay, outmaneuver him there. There, oh, AQ steps off the fort. AQ steps off the fort and... no way. Beautiful. They're both scared of us. So, next objective is the war goal. We need to retain the war goal, stall out the making gains modifier, and we're peaking here, guys. We're peaking on war score. 48 war score. Obviously, the war goal will give us a bunch. Really hoping he doesn't breach the provinces in Edirne. And dare I say it, guys, this is starting to look like a big W. I've been in this situation or similar before as I've messed around with Albania. And I'm starting to think that we're right on the verge. Let's see what the war goal does. There it is, boys. I mean, we can get out now. Look at that. Hey, that's technically a win. We're going to push on. There we go, 2 provinces. So I'm going to take Yanya, guys, with the intention to release Albania as a vassal. Excuse me, release Byzantium after, inevitably, the Ottomans annex him for that sick reconquest, okay? But we need to get as much as we can, and people will be very concerned about the economy. But if we can grab those war reparations, we're going to be making a bunch of... There's no way he takes this in the mountain. Oh, he's locked in. Oh, no. I don't think we can win that. So... okay, forget war reps. I can't take them. I'm just going to take raw cash. 280. And hey... hey guys, hey, it could be better, but that's what we set out to do. We won. I straight up defeated the Ottomans by myself. Glorious. Our crown land is going to adjust. There it is, and we've got a bunch of cash. So obviously our inflation is bad. I'm hoping that at the monarch points, look at that, 4 loans, not bad. 4 loans only. So it's basically inflation, and I'm hoping that Skanderbeg can result in monarch points to buy that down. Of course, this province is going to release Byzantium, increasing our force limit, and I'm going to reduce our... I'm going to downsize just a little bit here because we're over our force limit. But that's that. That was the impossible start as Albania. Next task is to go into Serbia and grab the gold. I will, of course, move my capital to Serbia. I'm thinking if we should sell titles, I'm not sure. Move my capital to Kosovo and develop the gold mine in order to... look at that, it's easy. He's allied to Bosnia, no guarantees. We got this, and recover the economy nicely. So I'm happy with that. If you guys would like to watch like a part 2 or something like that, or if you guys enjoyed this format, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And I have a sort of plan, guys, to actually play a little bit longer perhaps. Maybe I'll record a part 2 or edit down a part 2, get into a nice position, and then actually put this save file where you guys can potentially play as a really powerful, nice Albania yourself on my Discord, okay? So doing a lot of the little heavy working here, and look at that, friendly Austria for no reason. He's just flipped friendly just to bless us up. So that's a great end to the video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I'm going to do a little bit of part 2. Follow my Discord, the link will be down below, and follow my live stream. The link will be down below in the description if you want to catch me live for some shenanigans. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.